to the channel. This is 803 Garage. There we go. Today it's raining and we're working underneath the truck installing our exhaust system. So that'll be, let's go around the vehicle. And here we are. We're gonna replace this bad boy right there, the turnpipe, which a lot of people call the dust sweeper. We did install new shocks, and then that has got two mufflers. One might be a resonator, one might be a muffler. Who knows? Anyways, we're going to be taking that out today. So now that we've introduced the truck, let's turn on the power, and we'll do a test tone for the exhaust system that's currently installed, so we can compare that from now to later. Because I'm finally going to install my MBRP exhaust system. So that's the axle pipe, that's the mid pipe, over there's a mid pipe, that's the turbo down pipe, and then before the over the axle pipe, that gets in. And then to cap it off, we get this beautiful tip. Yeah. So that'll be happening tomorrow morning. At some point, I'll try to be quiet, and then we'll start it up once it's complete. These down pipes, on a diesel truck anyways, first step would be to remove this pipe. It just plugs into a grommet, 2 bolts, these guys. Let's hope it goes easy. It won't. As a step up, we're gonna remove this to give us some extra space, but we wanna get down in here. I've already sprayed it with some deep creep. I don't have any, penetrating fluid mixed up. I usually use automatic transmission fluid mixed with acetone, which is great. Deep creep is a second of mine because it's just kind of handy. Probably make another video about that later on, but you really want to do this ahead of time. I didn't. It's going to be hard. I removed the air intake to give us extra room there, and proceeded to try to finesse it out, but I ended up. That's what just happened. So I want to try the next one. Might as well. Upon the next one, I noticed that the bolt itself was cross-threaded upon the original install of the pipe. So, snapped off the other one. Not really a big deal. I kind of expected it to happen. This one took actually no effort at all to break. So that is what it is. So I actually found this in my engine bay. That's for the driver's side shock tower. We'll be installing those later today. I only have the one installed, and it was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Driver's side has a bunch of wires. Anyways, you can see it's free now, so it doesn't look like there's anything extra that I'm going to need, per se. I probably do. We're going to find out shortly what it is that I need, if anything. I'm hoping nothing extra, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a gasket right there that'll mate up to this surface here. I would expect that to be included in the kit. But if it isn't, it'll just be put into place at a later date. Here we go, guys. So to the left there, that giant black thing, that is your fuel tank. Down the center, that is your axle. And then to the far right, that is your, that will be the past exhaust. Typically what I'll do, where the rubber grommets are, you'll see me spraying some lubricant. It'll be WD-40, and we'll be dropping out the exhaust. It shouldn't take too long to drop out the exhaust. It usually comes out in one piece. Now the bolts have been broken, so I'm going to flip it over to time lapse just to make this job quick and easy. You guys just saw me spray all the rubber down with WD-40. It allows this to slip on and slip off. I use WD-40 because it's not a permanent lubricant. So now I'm just going to pop it off, and I'll respray it just so you guys can see, and then I'll pop out the entire exhaust. Decided to do this a little bit differently than what I was anticipating, because I know how quick exhaust systems minus the bolts come out. So, as you'll see, I'm just lightly pressing it, massaging it, moving it, and you'll see shortly. I can feel it. There it goes. Done. First one. This entire exhaust system is going to fall out as one, which is awesome for me in some retrospects. And onto the second last one. Oh, that one's hard. Obviously, because it's the last one. Wish I had a bit of a pry bar on me. Okay, the second last one is out. Now for the last one. Yep, there's something else.
There actually isn't any additional mounting points. The downpipe turbo for the turbo is actually rust welded so tightly together that it doesn't budge at all.
Literally, I was spraying deep creep on here. It took me about an hour, and I was just lightly, I did try hitting it hard, but I was just lightly hitting it with the hammer, just tap, tap, tap. If I hit any harder, I'm gonna start hurting things, and I didn't want to break anything, because this truck's fragile, even though she's awesome. I didn't want to destroy or hurt anything like this. I did spray down all the bolts for future purposes, as I decide to upgrade things years to come, so I might as well start spraying it now. But yeah, so I don't really see a flange too much yet. I just see the rust weld around the, yeah, I don't really see a flange. I don't feel anything broken. I did hear bits and pieces falling down the, I'm gonna look it up. There might be an actual gasket, who knows? I am going to decide on whether I'm going to build myself a different bolt setup, or if I'm just going to try to drill these out. That's a project for this week. I may just run some clamps on it now, just so I can start it up and see how badly she leaks. Obviously it's going to leak from here, and then get that sound that I'm looking for. After that, I might spend the rest of the week drilling and grinding these things out. Might even retap them, put bigger size bolts. Obviously it would be zinc coated grade 8 bolts, and go from there. This is the hardest section. So all the videos I looked up online were all V-banded, and I'm like, man, I wish I had some V-bands right now. Anyways, basically a V-band is you have a surface that mates two together, and the V-band clamps around it basically like that, and as you clamp it down, it just brings them right together. It kind of forces them as one. Yeah, so now that the exhaust is off. The other thing I did too, if I look down here, come back with me. If you look, I put some ratchet straps. I hung one of them up here so it wouldn't just fall. Ratchet straps, ratchet straps, ratchet straps, right here. And it's all just tentatively put in place. That's the previous clamp. You'll see it a bit later. But the part I found awesome is that there's no clamp right here. It's done. So I used the ratchet straps to pull the exhaust back as I hit it from the top. So I'm gonna undo these and everything else to put the camera back on. Okay, I accidentally hit record somehow. I think the truck hit record. I don't know. That means something awesome's gonna happen. Maybe she's gonna kill me, who knows? Okay, let's undo the ratchet straps. Oh, easy, easy. This is not good. the first one out. Oh, this is tiring. I'm not used to working on my back. Usually it's always working in the engine. Okay, both of those are out. Whew, okay. Take the rubber grommet off. Ready, lower it down. All at once. Okay. Alrighty, now how do we get this out as well? All at one. That was my goal. Don't ask me why I wanted to do that without cutting it, but I wanted to do that. Okay, so she's safe there. Let's see the. She doesn't like that. I go the other way. There will probably be some cutting momentarily. I was hoping to avoid that. Not for any specific reason. That's an excellent. Okay, time to cut. Oh. Okay. I want to cut it right where that dent is. I'll cut it right where the seam is. I'll do the seam cut. Alrighty. I knew that was going to happen. Wasn't worried about it. Oh, I just punched the steel frame. Okay, that part of it was going to happen. Come on. Up. Up. Oh, maybe I have to. Oh man, it's so hard to work underneath a vehicle. Okay. Let's pick this up. Right to the side. Let's see if I can't pull it up through the front. Alrighty, so that was entertaining. So that will be the front of the pipe. And this little bitty here was what was on the front of it here. And you see that's broken and rusted, and I can just break pieces off. That wasn't doing anything. The pipe itself was, that's where I was chiseling it. The pipe itself was doing all the work. And it does look like there was a gasket of some sorts. So we'll look into that. Yeah, there definitely was a gasket of some sorts. Anyways, it's lunchtime. This is the exhaust system. Compared the old new compared to the old. Might have to reuse those rubbers. I do have extra ones of those. And then we have that tailpipe section which exits out the back instead of a turned down style. Looks good. Let's see how well it goes together. So that's laid out like it is in the MBRP, whatever. So, looking forward to the install. I know it was a cold rev. Didn't rev it too high, but that was totally worth it. Totally worth it. Had a bite to eat, so I feel a little bit more aggressive. Covering up the turbo, make sure it's okay. We're gonna try to cut the back of the turbo housing there, and by that I mean just the manifold bolts for the turbo back bolts, whatever the heck. Tried to see if this would fit in there. Way too big, so I wouldn't grab this. Haven't used this yet. But I picked it up as one of those tools. It only cost me 20 bucks. So we'll be very gentle with it because you know $20 tools, they don't last, but we'll see. Anyways, the rain might be hitting us. You can take a look at that sky. It is multiple noise. See how far we can get. We are working under the vehicle, so let's get her to it. Time lapse.
What we will be attempting is to grind off the stud, and then we'll be drilling out the flat portion of it. And that way we'll get a decent amount removed so that we can tap it. And by that I mean to cut in threads to the for the bolt to be able to grab onto.
That work of drilling it out get you that. It's gonna go on the other side. I just put it in there just to kind of keep the threads clear. We still have to do that side, so that'll be fun. I'll save you guys the wait. I'm just gonna get it done. So guys, we got one bolt in. The other one here isn't working out as well as I'd like it to. So I figured I would put this down to the apprentice here. And because it's not dangerous enough, I thought it'd be cool to record it. So that is what you're going to see. So let me just turn that on. Right there. So yeah, that gives me a nice flush area to drill into, I hope. As you can see, I'm off-centered, and that's not good. So is this one, but this one here was cross-threaded in, and that's not nice. So let's go back to drilling, and hopefully by the time I turn the camera back on, this will be done. The joys of turning those rusty bolts into these golden, beautiful zinc colored bolts. Yes, indeed. So I had to tap that from the bottom. That was a very interesting process to do, to say so myself. I'm just gonna come around to the side here. So now we just back it off, but that's where I had to tap it into. And I will be putting nuts and washers and nuts on the end of this just to double secure it. Right now I'm backing it out, and in doing so, you're cleaning the threads. Usually I drive it right through, but not in this particular location. So yeah, fun. Okay, we're gonna start installing down pipe, and we'll get rid of some of this stuff here, some of these tools. Put the cutter that I never thought I'd need somewhere safe. Take the tool and tap set out of the way. Die and tap set. And grab the grinder out of the way. That way we don't knock anything down. Rest of stuff can sit precariously on the dash. Or wherever it is.
I tried to push it in the same way I took it out, and because the new down pipe is too
I was able
big.
to take it from the top. I don't think it's going to fit. So we're going to take it, push it up from the bottom.
This idea actually worked, but I had to get it real close to some wires, and there's some brake lines that are already broken. Good thing we're going to be replacing them because they are done. The important part to building out the rest of the exhaust system is to leave everything loose and just have it hang. Once you have everything in its appropriate location and hung on the rubber grommets, or the rubber hangers rather, sorry, then you put it together and start twisting and orientating the pipes so that they flow exactly as the manufacturer intended. Only at this point, once everything is said and done, do you tighten everything up.
Well, the the turbo back exhaust is installed. Let's get another view from underneath. Never mind the rest. Comes all the way back. BRP, whatever. And then turbo back exhaust is complete. Very awkward photography, videography, whatever. I'm tired. So done with this. Now for the startup, which was what this was all about. Okay, let me go turn the power on. Right? Whole thing is stainless, or aluminized stainless, because it still is magnetic, but the tip isn't magnetic, so the tip is at least true stainless. A lot of work. Yeah. You heard it the other day. Before I started, where are you going to stand? You get too close, you get blown away. That's awesome. So guys, that was an amazing install. I've never had like that sound. Is this like, oh, amazing. I wish I'd done it. I've had it for, I'm so excited I can't even speak. I've had that exhaust system for over 6 years. It's most of the time it's been sitting in the back of the truck. So putting it on does two things for me. One, sounds amazing. Two, I have a little bit more truck space in the back of the bed there. I'm just blown away by how good it sounds. You can hear the whistle, like the just wow. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you made this far in the video, like, share, subscribe. I'm blown away just by the sound of that thing. You got that Dixie whistle, the sound you always want your diesel truck to sound like. So I'm just this is the best mod yet. Anyways, y'all be safe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
The exhaust notes from original to no exhaust to today's full exhaust.